Episode 13, Monsters and Madmen. Cobblepot's weapons factory. Inside, there are muffled explosions as scientists perform tests on a variety of weapons and chemicals. A very quiet scratching noise can be heard. The metallic scratching gives way to a sharp click. A small side door opens, and in walks the district attorney, Harvey Dent. The unshaven man has bags under his eyes. He wears a dark sweater and pants as he creeps in. For several minutes, he just watches, getting a feel for the pattern of the scientists. He makes a mental note of the location of the security guards and quietly sneaks past them. He climbs the metal steps leading to an upper walkway. The large yellow letters of the main office catch his eye. Peeking through the glass window of the office, he notices that it's empty. Checking to make sure no one is coming, he enters into the office and opens a nearby filing cabinet. He ruffles through the papers, trying to find a file or record that could link Cobblepot to his illicit activities.
So wonderful to see you, Mr. Dent. I do think, however, that it would have been far easier for you to simply make an appointment.
Only if I'd wanted to see you.
Well, so much for pleasantries. What are you doing here?
Looking for evidence.
I do believe you've misunderstood the extent of your position. It is up to the police to actually find the evidence. It can be such a dangerous job.
I don't care anymore.
Oh, poor man. Have you finally seen the dark side of Gotham?
It's taken everything from me. Crushed my soul. Like everything else in this godforsaken city. I'm gonna try to stop you. The police are already on to you. All they need is evidence, and I am gonna give it to them. I don't care even if I have to die for it.
You think you've seen the worst this city has to offer? You've lost your wife. People die every day all across the world. You've seen nothing. But allow me to indulge your desire for information.
Cobblepot drops a large file of photos to the ground.
What are these?
Little pet projects of mine. I am a collector. I like to think that I have whatever anyone wants. And Gotham produces some of the rarest gems in the world.
Isley, Victor Freeze, Waylon Jones. What did you do to them?
I merely use the gifts of science to push them beyond humanity.
Who are the other two?
Those are my favorites. Mr. Grundy and Mr. Zaz. Neither of them needed any modifications per se. I merely instilled a deep sense of loyalty in them.
You're a monster.
Please. This is Gotham, the city of monsters and madmen. Let's be frank. Only a crazy man moves to such a city. Deep down, you must have known how foolhardy it was to move here.
And what are you gonna do to me?
That depends.
Depends on what?
Why, on you, of course. You see, I'm always looking for outgoing individuals. People who can see opportunities. Ever since James Gordon took charge of the GCPD, it has been so difficult to find a like-minded city official. Having the district attorney at my beck and call would certainly make things easier.
Never. I would never work for a dog like you.
I've always personally been an avian fan myself. I suppose there's no point trying to change your mind. What a waste. Well, the good news is that you really will get to see the dark side of this city.
You're gonna kill me?
No, my dear boy. Death is a mercy in this city, one I won't grant you. I'm going to turn you into a monster, like the rest of us, while I find the man a raving lunatic. One can learn a great deal from the Joker. There's a man who knows how to leave his mark. Mr. Zaz, if you'd be so kind as to join us.
The thin, bald man walks in. Huge patches of scar tissue cover his arms and legs. What skin that remains is pristine, clear, free of any tally marks.
Mr. Zaz has a penchant for killing that rivals even the Joker. Unfortunately, the two met on less than ideal terms.
My skin, it itches for him.
You see, they both left their marks on each other. I've promised dear Zaz a reunion, but for now, he'll have to make do with you, Mr. Dent.
Oh, fresh meat, so sweet and firm. I can smell, I can taste, I can feel the blood.
I need you to leave Mr. Dent alive.
Alive! But I want to hear the piggy squeal! Make the zombie beg for me!
Oh dear. Excuse me one moment.
Cobblepot removes his coat jacket and rolls up the sleeves of his white shirt. Grabbing his umbrella, he presses a button on the handle, causing a large blade to emerge from the tip. He walks closely towards Zaz, placing the blade on a section of clean skin near the lower part of Zaz's abdomen. With his other hand, he grabs Zaz's neck and squeezes, causing the younger man to wheeze.
Do you want me to remove the rest of your tapestry? You're mine. You do my bidding, or I will take away everything you hold dear. Understood.
Before Zaz can answer, Cobblepot stabs the blade into Zaz's abdomen. Zaz cries out in pain. Cobblepot presses a cloth into the wound.
There. Now, make Mr. Dent like Gotham. Show the world what you can do. When you're done, I'll have the wound treated, but not a moment sooner.
Yes, Mr. Cobblepot!
Zaz stands weakly. From his pocket, he extracts a large switchblade. He approaches Dent, a gleeful smile on his face.
Get back! Stay away from me!
The two struggle, but even weakened, Zaz easily overpowers Dent.
Now, I think I'll start with the face. So precious.
Good choice. Here, use this.
What is it? What is it? Tell me!
Cobblepot hands Zaz a vial of blue liquid.
Every dish needs a secret ingredient. It's a surprise.
Dent screams in pain as the blue vial is poured over his face. Several hours later, outside the GCPD, Bullock and another officer exit the building.
Hey, you know what? Tell him he can take his moral high ground and $1.50. No worries, I'll donate it myself. And he can buy himself one of them fancy coffees.
Hey, what's that?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ! Call an ambulance!
I have a man injured on the steps of the GCPD. Need immediate medical assistance. I repeat, immediate medical assistance is needed at the GCPD. Male. Caucasian. Has severe burns, lacerations, and open wounds to approximately 50% of his body.
Roger, ambulance is en route.
Bullock, who is he?
Bullock rushes to the man's side and uses his jacket to cover some of the wounds.
If that ambulance don't get us soon, it won't matter!
Gotham General Hospital. Dent lays in a bed, the left side of his body covered in medicated bandages. Outside of his room, Bullock, Gordon, and Dr. Leslie Tompkins converse.
What are his chances?
Luckily, your men got him here in time to stop the bleeding. Most of the damage is just superficial. He should make a full recovery.
Who do you think did this? Thorne? Black Mask?
Look, Jim, this is a whole lot worse than what these two usually do.
Maybe one of them is trying to send us a message.
Still, to attack Harvey Dent, that takes guts, jeez, and put him on our front doorstep. Whoever did this has to know we're gonna come after them. So why go to the risk?
I'm more concerned about Harvey. Most of the damage was superficial, but there is some brain damage. We'll have no idea how that may affect him. We also have to consider the psychological impact on him. The entire left side of his body has been damaged. He may react in a multitude of ways.
Keep us updated, Doctor.
Look, I should head back to the precinct and write my report. I'm gonna nail the dirtbag that did this. And what about you, Commish?
I'm gonna wait here a little bit longer.
Suit yourself.
Gordon steps towards a nearby window. How bad is it?
Hard to say. Even if he makes it, the doctors think he'll have mental problems. We have to find out whoever did this.
I've checked all the usual suspects. Falcone, Thorne, Black Mask. None of them are owning up to it.
I don't even want to know how you found that out.
Nothing a few stitches won't be able to fix.
For you or the goons?
A little of both. You know what this means.
I've been trying to think of any other explanation, but nothing fits.
Cobblepot did this. He has to be stopped.
My hands are tied. Legally, he's safe. If we had one piece of evidence, it would be different.
I know, Jim.
He can't keep this up forever. Eventually, he will make a mistake.
And while we wait, the city decays from the inside.
If we ignore the law, how are we any better than Cobblepot? Batman?
The studio of G. Gordon Godfrey's nightly news show. The stage has a large glass desk with dazzling golden curtains behind it. Sitting at the desk is a man with golden blonde hair, a bright white smile, and a crisp blue suit.
G. Gordon Godfrey here. To tell you the truth, my loyal justifiers. Now, many of you know what kind of depraved and sick villains inhabit the city of Gotham. Let's just say Metropolis doesn't have to worry about being bumped off as the safest city in America by us. Recently, Gotham has decided to forget holding any pretense about laws and rights. I am, of course, talking about the delusional individuals that run rampant. You know who you are. Well, that's where the fun and games stop. G. Gordon Godfrey has exclusive exclusive information on the condition of Gotham's district attorney, Harvey Dent. It appears the handsome lawyer and bringer of justice was maimed and left at the very steps of our own Gotham City Police Department. At this time, the police commissioner, James Gordon, had nothing to say on who was suspected of committing this heinous crime. No surprise there, folks. Now, I'm not one to say I told you so, but I warned the citizens of Gotham. The Batman is a dangerous villain that inspires trouble. Those were my exact words 3 years ago. But did anyone listen to me? No. Well, I'm here now to tell you, yes, you, that it's time for the citizens of Gotham to open their eyes and remove the cancer that is Batman. Up next, what new wonder drug should you be taking to make your aches and pains go away? I have the story after this commercial break, so don't you go anywhere.
Gotham General. Harvey Dent wakes up as Dr. Tompkins removes the bandages.
Now, Harvey, I want you to be careful. Your body is still recovering from the extensive damage that you experienced. There we are. Now, before I hand you the mirror, I want you to understand that your recovery is a process and has several steps. It will take time, and I don't want you to get discouraged. Here you go, Harvey. How are you feeling, Harvey?
I don't know.
It's okay, Harvey. You can say whatever you like. Trust me.
I can't. I don't know what to say.
I imagine you're feeling quite a lot of different things. Why don't you try walking around for a bit? Stretch your legs. What do you say?
I can't.
Are you in pain?
I can't decide. I don't know what to do. Help me. You gotta help me.
The psychiatric ward of Gotham General. Two-Face sits in a chair, with several cards laid out on the table in front of him. On the opposite side of the table sits Dr. Hugo Strange. Strange is a tall man, with a bald head and a trim beard along his jawline. He wears large, shaded circular eyeglasses.
Now, Harvey, I want you to use the silver dollar coin to make a decision. Heads means you prefer the blue square, and tails means you prefer the red square. Flip the coin, Harvey. It's blue. Very good, Harvey. Try it again with these photos. The smiling blue face or the angry red face. How are you feeling? Tails. Angry. I'm sorry to hear that, Harvey. What's upsetting you? I don't know. Here, use these 8 cards. If you get heads, use the 4 cards on the right. If you get tails, use the 4 cards on the left. Tails. Left. Flip the coin again, and we'll narrow it down to 2. Heads. Right. You're either upset about the food, or you're in pain. Tell me, Harvey, what ails you? Tails. The food.
Very interesting, Harvey. But I'm afraid our time is up for today. I will see you tomorrow.
What do I do with the coin?
Flip for it. Heads, you can give it back. Tails, you may keep it.
Tails. I'll hold on to it.
Very well, Harvey. Why don't you keep playing this game until I come back?
Okay, Doctor. Whatever you say.
Two months later, Harvey sits in the common area of the psychiatric ward. The right side of his face looks like the handsome and caring D.A. Harvey Dent. But the left side of his face is an ashen blue with bright white hair. His left eyeball protrudes and is yellow. The lips on the left side of his face are burnt and bright red. The radio is playing a happy song. Harvey stares at the radio for a few seconds. He pulls out the silver coin from his pocket. The coin is severely worn on one side, and the edge is rough from constant flipping.
Tails, change the channel! I don't like the show.
One of the orderlies rises and changes the channel to a different song. Harvey sits and waits. Dr. Strange enters the room and sits across from Harvey. Good afternoon, Harvey. Are we in a good mood today?
I'm fine, Doctor. How are you?
Doing very well. I see you've become more assertive. Are you finding it easier to make decisions?
For the most part, I am. I use my coin whenever a thought comes to mind. It makes it easier to decide what to do.
Must be nice to have such clarity. To see things in black and white.
Yes, it does. Every time I just flip my coin, in the whole world, it all makes sense again.
I'm glad it has helped you, Harvey. Your stay here at the hospital is almost over. By the end of the week, you'll be able to leave. I'm curious. What were you just deciding?
A little thought popped into my head. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do, and now I know.
Was it good or bad? Your decision, I mean.
It was good.
I'm glad to hear it. What are you going to do once you get out of the hospital?
I haven't decided yet. No ideas.
Well, I hope you give it some thought.
You might say I have two views on the matter.
Feel free to share them with me anytime.
Tails. I'll keep 'em inside my head. Let them rattle around for a little longer.
Let's move on to your face. The doctors tell me you've decided not to get reconstructive surgery. Why is that?
I flipped for it. Came back tails. Had to tell the doctors. No.
I wonder if you ever consider changing your mind.
I never do, Doctor. Once I flip my coin, I go with whatever it says.
Don't you ever flip on something twice?
No! That would be cheating. would go against the rules. And what rules would those be? The law of averages. Things either go one way or the other. Once the coin lands, it can't be changed. Otherwise, things would have no meaning. I see. I'm so glad that you are resolute in your beliefs. I don't believe in anything. I just follow a simple fact. If the coin's heads or tails, it makes the world simple, clear, gives meaning to everything.
The Batcave. I sit reviewing documents on the Bat computer. Old newspaper clippings and photocopies of company documents. The name Cobblepot constantly comes across the top.
The papers are rejoicing about Mr. Dent's return home. I would have thought that Bruce Wayne would have made an appearance for his dear friend.
Harvey and I were never really friends. I tried. But the loss of his wife made him distant, cold. He didn't care very much to hold the conversation.
Surely the two of you should have been thick as thieves.
It's never that simple.
Not when you're involved.
Alfred opens the newspaper and begins to read the article on Harvey Dent.
My word! What a courageous man! Facing the public without any care for what people might say about his appearance. Good show!
Gordon said that Dent needed to get reconstructive surgery.
Well, here, take a look for yourself.
His face, it's split down the middle. He never got it repaired.
Perhaps he did. The damage may just have been too drastic to make a significant change.
I wish he could have told the police more about what disfigured him.
Well, then why didn't he, sir?
It's the brain damage. He lost the memories of the events. The police tried everything. Even brought in Dr. Strange from Arkham.
All units, we have an alarm at Gotham Second National Bank. Repeat, a break-in at the Second National Bank. Please respond.
So much for the chicken dinner. I'm sure it'll make a lovely breakfast entree.
When life gives you lemons, Alfred.
How would you know, sir? You always seem to throw the lemons right back.
I'm stubborn.
An understatement if I've ever heard one.
The Second National Bank. Inside, 5 men walk around, removing money and placing it in large burlap sacks. 2 of the men are wearing all-white suits, with white ski masks to obscure their faces. 2 other men are wearing the same outfit, but in all black. Leading the men is Harvey Dent, wearing a suit that is both black and white. The left side of the suit is dark black, while the right is bright white. Dent stands next to the security guard, whose hands are bound by rope.
What are you gonna do to me?
Life is a funny thing. You can spend the entire time trying to make sense of it all. After a while, everyone thinks they understand it, make sense of things. Then, like all that, it falls apart. The smallest spark turns everything into a pile of cinders.
Look at all of these coins. They must be over 100 years old.
Don't touch it! I need to flip for it. Heads. Take 'em.
You flip a coin? You're gonna decide what to do with me based on a coin?
Of course.
But I haven't done anything to you.
Babies are born every day. Some live, others die. Men reach out for success. One man gets a job, wins the lottery, changes the world. Another man is a loser, a drunk, ruins everyone One's life dies in a gutter. What separates the two? Nothing but blind luck. The same blind luck that'll either save you or condemn you.
The glass ceiling shatters, and I gently glide down. As I rise to my full height, my face reveals my surprise at seeing Harvey Dent.
Dent! I'm not Dent. I have two sides to me now. These two, heads or tails. I am Two-Face.
Don't lie to me, Dent. This is revenge for your wife, for your face.
No. An idea simply crossed my mind. And when I flipped my coin, it was decided for me. Just like that. Everything will be decided for this card. Tails!
Dent! No!
Heads. Gentlemen, get the money into the car and return to the hideout. Tails. I'll stay here and handle the Batman.
You were a man of principle. You stood for the law!
Law is meaningless. It's justice I stand for. Blind, stupid, objective justice. People get upset when they think they've been wronged. They think they deserve justice. Justice is what people get. It's not even what's right. Justice is the balance of events, the good and bad. People think they can force things one way or the other. But the truth of it is that the only way to get justice is to have both good and bad. Flipping the coin removes the bias. It makes everything clear. That's true justice. That's what the people deserve.
You're not thinking clearly. Stop this now, before you undo all the good you've done!
All the good I've ever done has already been undone by people like the Joker and Cobblepot. I've already flipped my coin for them, though. Joker's luck continues, but Cobblepot's day of justice is coming.
Your justice is no better than what they do.
We'll see.
Two-Face rushes with two semi-automatic pistols. I jump out of the way and throw a batarang. It hits Two-Face's right hand, causing him to drop one of his weapons. I run forward, trying to attack, but Two-Face smashes his gun into my chest, causing me to fall to the ground.
Now, what to do with you? Heads. You won't die. But that doesn't mean I won't hurt you.
Two-Face fires his gun into my right leg, before swiping the gun across my face, knocking me out. A few minutes later, I groan as I wake up. Standing nearby is Jim Gordon. He offers a hand to lift me to my feet.
Rough night. Your leg looks pretty bad.
I'll be fine. Where are the other police?
I bought us a few minutes. Told them I wanted to check around first. No one knows you're inside. Or if they do, they aren't putting up a fight to try to take you in. What happened?
It was Dent. He's calling himself Two-Face now. He decides everything with the flip of a coin.
He has to be stopped. If word gets out, it'll tarnish everything he's done.
It's too late. He killed a man, and it won't be his last. You can't cover up for a murderer.
But if we bring him in, can he get treatment?
From who? Strange? If this is the result of a few weeks of his handiwork, I'd hate to see what he can really do. Dent's become just another gilded facade of Gotham. It's over, Jim.
What do you mean? You can't give up?
I'm not giving up.
I just can't play by your rules anymore. The Joker said I had one rule. I don't kill. He's right. No matter how much we try to pretend, the truth is, I don't play by the rules the police do. I have to live with the burden of that. Even if that means I'm hunted by the criminals and the police. I can stop people like Two-Face. He's just a man. But I can't stop people like the Penguin or the Joker. With my hands tied by the law, I'm useless. I have to be more than just a man to stop organizations or ideas. The only way to get things done is to be what everyone fears.
You don't have to do this. We can think of something else.
For how long? Until someone worse than the Joker comes along? Someone I can't stop? No more. This is the last time, Jim. I'll be a monster, like all the rest.
Do you realize what this means? The police, the media, everyone will be gunning for you.
I can handle it. It's what I am. A force of nature. A myth. Not a hero. Batman. This is goodbye, Jim.
All clear. All units, you are clear to enter.
The Batcave. Dr. Leslie Tompkins and Alfred stand waiting as the Batmobile drives forward. What is she doing here, Alfred?
Given the circumstances, I thought it better to have a trained doctor treat your wounds.
I'm fine. We could have handled it ourselves.
Meatball surgeons at best. I see that stubborn streak of yours hasn't improved much, Bruce.
Leslie, you know how dangerous it is to help me.
Stop your whining and get up on the table so I can remove the bullet.
I think there are already enough cooks in this kitchen. I'll leave things in your capable hands, Dr. Tompkins.
Let's see how bad the damage is. As bad as I thought. You know, if you keep this up, you'll never get to enjoy old age.
A grouchy old man.
You're already grouchy, difficult, and did I mention stubborn? Aside from the gaping hole in your leg, what's wrong, Bruce?
Nothing.
You tried that when you were little and it didn't work then. Don't think for a minute I'll take that bad behavior from even the Batman. Come on, fess up.
I couldn't save him. I couldn't help Harvey.
You know you're just human. There's only so much we can do, and sometimes there's nothing we can do to help. All we can do is make choices we think are right. Harvey had a lot of bad things happen to him, and he chose to be twisted by them.
But if I had been there for him...
You did as much as you could. You know how difficult it is to lose someone you care about. Some people just don't have the strength to handle such a loss. But nothing. You can sit here feeling sorry for yourself and asking what you could have done differently. But in the end, it doesn't help anyone. Certainly not you or Harvey.
I let Harvey down. I let the city down. I let them down.
Right now, things look bad. Cobblepot got what he wanted today, but that doesn't mean you give up. You keep being the good person I know you are and have always been.
But now everyone thinks I'm a criminal. I'm facing the entire city.
I know it's hard, and sometimes I'd rather you not risk your life the way you do. But we both know that you could never just do nothing. You've always made your mind up to help people. If the city can't see that, then it's their loss. The people most important to you know what you're doing for everyone. Richard, Barbara, Alfred, and your parents.
You think they would be proud of what I've done? What I've had to become?
We all are proud of you, Bruce. There, the bullet's out. Let's get you bandaged up. I'd warn you to take it easy for the next few weeks, but I know you won't listen to me.
Stubborn, remember?
Just like Thomas and Martha.